Hey, how's it going, you mischievous Mawwiles? Today, before we get into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, BCW Supplies. If you guys need sleeves, deck boxes, card storage supplies, go ahead and check them out at bcwsupplies.com. A link in the description below. Use code Azul for 10% off. And shout out to deaddrawgaming.com. If you guys need codes or code cards, check them out at deaddrawgaming.com. Use code Azul or AzulGG. Codes AzulGG for both those places for 5% off. So today we're going to be playing some games with the updated build of PidgeyBlowns. Not a whole lot has changed, but I thought I would go ahead and show you guys my updated take on the deck. So basically the only thing that's really happened is we have cut custom catchers from the deck, and we've added in great catchers because we can't beat Malamar anyways, and Malamar is the only deck that you really need custom catchers against. So there's no point in playing custom catchers in this deck anymore when great catcher exists, and 2 great catcher is worth 4 custom catchers, so we just open up 2 slots in the deck. And I have chosen to add a Jirachi, 4th Jirachi, not anything super ridiculously strong or powerful, just 4th Jirachi. We want to start it more often, find it more often early on. And then I've added a Beast Energy. Another energy is always nice in a deck like this, and Beast Energy increases our damage, so it's a little bit better than a basic energy. Sometimes we can't find it with Flint, we can't Fire Crystal for it, we can't Welder it. But when it's in addition to the basic energy we already had, I thought I may as well try out the Beast Energy in here instead. None of these are like super hard, not gonna keep them in here for sure kind of changes, but this is what my list has changed up to since the release of Cosmic Eclipse. Thought I would show it off to you guys, and yeah, that's all I gotta say on the list. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Opening with an insanely strong start. Unfortunately, we are up against the Malamar, so despite the insanely strong start, it's probably gonna still be a very rough game. We are gonna get the Pidgeys out immediately. And then we will hit him with that Stellar Wish. Go ahead and grab ourselves a Fire Crystal for later. So yeah, insanely strong start. Doesn't matter when we are up against the Malamar though. So yeah, probably not going to end very well for us, but we'll do our best up until the point where we're like, well, we can't do anything anymore, concede. But who knows, maybe our opponent has a slow start. Maybe they have to put some GXs in play, whatever it might be. We're going to stick it out for a little while here. And try and do our best for as long as possible. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on it. It's a hard to match up. I'm gonna try our best, see where it goes. We're probably just gonna Elms again next turn, just to get more Pidgeottos, unless we see a Flint off the Stellar Wish, and then we'll go for the Welder play instead. Or if we top deck a Flint, we would also go for the Welder play. So that's what we're like kind of looking for here. I would much prefer to take a knockout on this Jirachi than not. We can always just go for the Blazer knockout as well. That could be fine, just to knock it out with Blazer. But yeah, we can try and just get the Blazer knockout. Ideally, we just for sure knock it out. Blazer isn't a guaranteed knockout. It's a, well, how many fire energy are prized, and are we going to hit one of them kind of potential knockout. So it's not guaranteed, but I definitely want to try and get that early prize card in this matchup. We need something like that to give ourselves any hope of ever winning this this game here. All right, so we'll see what we top deck is a Pidgeotto. So now I definitely don't want to Elms anymore. We need more fire energy than not. So I think we're just gonna start with Airmails. Airmail here, take the Welder. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Airmailing into a fire energy. I think we're gonna attempt the Blazer knockout here. Airmail again. There is that Flint that I was talking about. So we can go Flint, get rid of this and this, get ourselves 4 energy. Then we can also go Viridian Force because we no longer want to see energy. Viridian Force away the Great Catcher because we don't really need that. Get ourselves another energy. Welder 2 to the Blacephalon. See what we draw. So I can either go for the Stellar Wish to try and hit the Escape Board, or I can just Hard Retreat and Blazer. I think the Stellar Wish is what we want to go with. There is the Escape Board hiding away in the back. All right, we're in it. This is it. Escape Board to the active, attach, retreat. We got that turn to attack off. That's what we're looking for. Fireball Circus, just discard the 1, knock out the Jirachi, and we are now cruising. Another Welder, not bad, not really necessary when we have all of our Welders in our hand. Not needed to have all of our Welders, but it's fine. Not gonna complain. Gotta find them at some point usually, so better to have them at all than never. And yeah, this is the point where we can have a chance Even now, even if our opponent whiffs an attack this turn, we're still in a rough spot. This matchup is extremely poor. Yeah, even if they whiff an attack this turn, we're still in a rough spot, which it may seem like, well, we should be in a pretty good spot if our opponent doesn't attack turn 2. But the matchup is that bad. There's the attachment, Escape Board to the active, so now all they need is this Engage to turn into a Malamar, but it's a retreat and pass. Okay, this is exactly what we need to see. I am going to Pokégear, try and get an Elm out of the deck. Perfect. Don't want Elms in the deck anymore. We're going to Viridian Forest away the Elm. Get ourselves a Fire out of the deck, thin out those 2 cards, and then start up the airmails. We need another Blacephalon to Welder 2 for sure. I think we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want to draw more cards. We should see an energy at some point in these cards. There we go. Pokégear again, try and get an Elm. No Elm. Actually, do we have any Elm left? We had 1 Elm left, so it was worth it. Airmail, grab the Blacephalon, and then Fireball Circus, discard these 3. This is the kind of stuff we need from our opponent. Pretty much just dead drawing to give ourselves a chance. We still technically lose the prize trade though if our opponent draws cards from here and they find spell tags. If they don't find spell tags, we have a chance. They're gonna knock out this Blacephalon, we're gonna knock out them, and then this spell tag is gonna knock out one of our Pidgeottos, so we're gonna be almost even on the prize trade. If they find another spell tag for their next Giratina, we are once again still in trouble. Also, the Distortion Door damage starts to rack up at this point. You see we have 3 and 3 on each of our Pidgeottos. It's a mess, man. This matchup is as tough as it gets for any deck to try and beat any other deck. This matchup is insanely poor. Not gonna let it stop us from trying, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and send up the Jirachi here. Start with Viridian Forest away the other Jirachi. Definitely want to keep the Escape Board for later. And then, yeah, airmails. Here we go again. There's the Beast Energy. Seems pretty good, especially on this turn, because that Blacephalon might live for a couple turns. Airmail again. Definitely want the Victini. Probably try and use him after the next Blacephalon goes down. And then we got the Stellar Wish. Get the... Ooh, we probably want the Ultra Space to remove our opponent's Viridian Forest, actually. The Flint looks pretty good, but don't think I want our opponent using Viridian Forest anymore. Yeah, get rid of that. And then we could just go attach, yep, Fire Crystal for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll discard 2 with the Fireball Circus because we do have the Beast Energy now. And this is a perfect time to use the Beast Energy because it's possible our opponent might not be able to attack next turn, and that's what we're kind of hoping for here. Knock out that. They are going to draw a prize on one of our Pidgeys, so they'll put 3 here, 1 here, and then this Pidgey is very close to being knocked out. Oh, they went 2 and 2. Oh, they can go 2 and 2 actually and knock out both Pidgeys. Never mind. They completely remove our Pidgeys from play, so they're going to draw 3 prizes total and completely even up the prize trade. So like I said, this matchup's bad. It actually ends up being a little bit worse than I thought it was actually going to be. And now we're in this spot. Distortion Door, knock out 2 Pidgeys. And yeah, like I said, the matchup's bad. I didn't even think that play was going to happen. It happened. We're in that much worse of a spot now. Man, this one is rough. This is a rough matchup. All right, we're still in it, technically. Technically haven't lost yet, but we're getting very close to being out of this one. They only have 1 Malamar set up. If they can't attack this turn, and we could like find our Heatran, ideally, that would be something. If we could find the Heatran, that would be a big deal, for sure. We only need 3 prizes, 3 more prize cards. So we're like very close to being able to win the game. We're very close. Heatran would be a big deal here if we can find him, because he would live a little bit longer than everything else. If our opponent just doesn't find spell tags, that's also a big deal as well. There goes a power plant from our opponent, so that is slowing down the capabilities of our Heatran, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And we'll see what else our opponent has. Looks like not much else. They're taking their time here. Oh no, they have a Cynthia. All right, here we go. We need them to whiff switch Malamar. They definitely have the Malamar there. There is the treasure. They could also hit us with the Blacephalon, their own baby Blacephalon, if it is in the deck. We did see them use Ultra Space and not take anything though, so I have a feeling it is prized. Yeah, they're going for the Mew, it looks like here, and it looks like they're just going to attack us with Mew for the turn. Hopefully they did not get a spell tag for it. Oh, maybe. No, the spell tag. All right. So, we need Heatran next turn, I think. I think we need Heatran next turn to come out on top on this one now. Yeah, I think we're going to need Heatran on the next turn. There's the side power. Probably just going to put 3 on our Pidgey, if I had to assume. They definitely don't want to put any on the Blacephalon, because that's going to get knocked out by Giratina next turn. Yeah, there it is. Oh, on the Jirachi even. That's even still pretty good. Yeah. I am going to Elm out our last Pidgey here. Oh, we can actually search out 2 Pidgeys, because we do have that last one in there. I am going to Airmail. Alright, find... Well, Fire Crystal sounds pretty good to me. Going to play the Heat Factory, use the Heat Factory. Hopefully it sticks for an extra turn. We get some more draw out of it. No, what's it called yet. I'm going to go ahead and bench Victini. I'll put the Escape Board on Pidgeotto just in case of our opponent playing Reset Stamp. So bench a Blacephalon. I'll attach 1 energy to Victini. Leave our last bench space open for... Nothing to leave it open for. May as well bench this other Blacephalon, I think, because we already put the Escape Board here, so we're not going to bench another Jirachi anyways. Yeah, bench the Blacephalon, and then Fireball Circus, just discard the 1 fire. Alright, so we're ready to attack with Victini next turn, but they're probably going down to 1 prize card here. They're probably going to go put 4 on our Jirachi with the spell tag, knock out our active with Giratina. And in that case, we do need, what's it called? We will have to attack with Heatran. So we need Heatran on the next turn. If it is in the deck, I guess I actually don't even know if it's in the deck. It could very well not be in the deck. There's the Lily from our opponent. Yeah, the double Malamar, so Tina is for sure knocking out our Blacephalon. But actually, they don't have a way to draw 2 prizes this turn. If we use the Heatran, we have to hope they also can't get into Espeon Deoxys if they even play it. I know a lot of people have been cutting it recently, actually. There's a spell tag. That shouldn't make a difference, except we could go into sudden death because of it, actually. Which would be interesting. I don't think I've ever had a game in a video go on to sudden death. So that would be interesting if we could get to sudden death, actually. Spell tag, Psychic Recharge. Yeah, Espeon Deoxys could snipe something off our bench, which would be annoying. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, we'll see here. We're going to have to go with the Flint away Pidgeotto and Ultra Space. Let's see, 3, 4, 5... 13, so it's possible there's 1 fire in the deck, so we would want to get that out. Well, I kind of want to save the Flint for after. Well, no, if we use Infinity, we lose, so using Infinity is not an option here. That's not an option. We can't just use Infinity here. So we have to attack with Heatran. It's the only way for us to have a chance, I think. Have to attack with the Heatran. There's the Retreat. There's the Shadow Impact. Knock out our Blacephalon. We're going to go ahead and send up the Pidgeotto. Like I said, we want to attack with Heatran. Possibly lives for a turn. And our opponent could still somehow come up with game, that's for sure. It's still possible our opponent just wins the game on their turn, but the best chance we got. Draw for turn, it's an Ultra Space. I am going to Fiery Flint away an Ultra Space and the bird. Like I said, if there is 1 fire left in the deck, ooh, wait, there's 2, I miscounted. Alright, the Heatran is in the deck, but we have to not deck out while also finding it. So, I think we go... Heat Factory. Oh, we need to Welder as well. So we can't Heat Factory. We actually have to Welder first, because we do have to Welder. 2, 3. Okay, we found him. We can go to the bench. We can retreat. I didn't even realize we were about to deck out. Retreat to the Heatran. Take all the fire energy with him. And just attack, I think. Leave everything else in the hand for all of our options. Yep, Steamin' Stomp, knock out the Giratina. What will our opponent have on their turn? If they, like I said, if they have Espeon Deoxys, we do just lose, or any way to pretty much snipe the bench. If they can somehow knock out our active, we also just lose. As they put 40 on our active, that makes me think they have a way to knock out our active. We do see they do have this one of Necrozma, or at least one of Necrozma that does hit for 160. If they have another one of those, they can knock us out with that. Or if they just hit us with Giratina with a spell tag, we have to hit through the Giratina. So in that case, we'll go to sudden death, which will at least be exciting. So we got kind of lucky to get it this far. But now it comes down to what happens next. There's the spell tag grab, so it might be that sudden death coming up here. There's the spell tag to the Tina. I have a feeling we're going to sudden death. Oh, there's the communication though. They could get themselves Espeon Deoxys, another Necrozma potentially, because that guy can hit for 160 as long as they can also find the recycle. There's the Necrozma. All right, so as long as they have the recycle energy, they can knock us out with that. With the Necrozma. I have a feeling they probably don't have it yet. That's why they're taking their time. Oh, they had Esper the whole time. Oh no! If they had just put the spell tag damage on the bench, they would have had us. There's the Lily. It looks like they're digging for the, what's it called? Recycle energy. There's double custom. That is also pretty good. But do they have the energy attachment for turn? They have a decent amount of psychic in the discard. 5 psychic in the discard. So it's possible they whiffed the energy for turn. There's a Stellar Wish. A reset stamp. That's not going to stop us from bringing Heatran back into the active and attacking. Are they out of switch? Nope. No switch used yet. I think we might be going to sudden death in this one. Our opponent, all they need is an energy. It looks like they whiffed the energy. They did hit the double customs, which is the harder part of the combo to hit, is the double custom catcher. Getting the energy is usually pretty easy, but they do have 5 psychic in the discard pile. Usually they're playing 7 in a recycle. As long as our opponent knows what's going on, they know they just have to retreat to the Giratina. And we don't have any way around it. We don't play custom catchers anymore. We can't get around this spell tag. Oh wait, no, they can't attack with Giratina though. It looks like we might be fine. If they had put the spell tag here, they could have used barrier attack on this. And then if I triggered the spell tag, they would kill Pidgeotto. So I guess actually we win, I think. Not yet. We need an energy so we can GX attack because they do take 30 less damage. Okay, I completely overread that situation. We do need to airmail into an energy though. And that is a Fire Crystal. So yeah, our opponent had many ways to have potentially won this game or set it up to go into sudden death. Unfortunately, we're not going to sudden death here because our opponent did not put the spell tag on the Necrozma. So we are just going to be winning, unfortunately. I would have liked to go to the sudden death, but not going to happen this time. Just the Hot Burn GX, knock out the Necrozma. And unfortunately, we end up winning the game instead of going to sudden death. Sudden death would have definitely been way more exciting. Up against the ADP here in this one. Ooh, and we could go for the quad Pidgeotto on the second turn, which I think I do want to do. It's pretty fun to pull off and get out. So we're going to go for it. Throw ourselves down a Stellar Wish. There's a Welder. Yeah, we're going to look for the quad Pidgeotto turn 2. Give ourselves the option of it. Go ahead and throw down a Escape Board on our active, just in case our opponent reset stamps our current hand. And yeah, we're looking for Elm turn 2 into a whole lot more birds, and then we're looking to build up from there. There's the tag call from our opponent, so they are playing the more tag supporter centric build, which I think is less like it doesn't get off the turn 1. It doesn't play for the turn 1 GX attack like some of the other builds do. It plays more for that turn 2 GX attack into the turn 3 ultimate ray. Maybe they still play some ends resolves. I don't think so though. Yeah, it's a little bit slower of a build, which is fine with me. Start off with that airmail here. Get another Pidgeotto, because why not? Maybe this is how we'll get all of our Pidgeys here. So we'll just Pidgey into Pidgey into Pidgey into Pidgey. Pidgey again into Fire Crystal. Fire Energy. Excuse me. All right. Stellar Wish. We're going to go ahead and grab the Ultra Space. Set up the baby Blacephalon. We could actually get the knockout here if we do find a Fiery Flint. Yeah, if we get a Flint here, we can actually just knock out this Keldeo. Or if we get, what? If this is all Fire Energy off this? Yeah, if we draw 3 Fire Energy or a Flint. Not quite. Not even close, actually. I don't think I want him in the active either. So we're just going to go ahead and pass over to our opponent. Yeah, we'll take it away from here. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, so next turn, we'd be fine with an Elm, because we get 2 more Pidgeys in play. Let us see more cards. Look for a Flint. Look to take a knockout. Yeah, we just need a Flint here to take a knockout on either of these Pokemon. And we'd be off to the races with that. So yeah, Elm here would be great. Elm into Flint. I don't think, yeah, they're definitely not attacking this turn. It is just going to be their GX attack. So if we can knock this out and prevent the Ultimate Ray, then we are in a ridiculously good spot. And that's going to be our goal this turn. Definitely try and prevent them from using Ultimate Ray. on the next turn by knocking them out this turn, meaning that they won't be able to set up another attacker, and they will probably just lose the game unless they have like End Resolve to a ADP on the following turn, and then either tag switch to a Keldeo or attack with it with the Ultimate Ray, and then if we knock it out that turn, we once again win the game. So that's our game plan here. Just knock out this ADP. Yep, there's the GX attack. So if we knock it out this turn, I'm pretty sure we just win the game. There's another Welder top deck. We need to stop top decking Welder, man. 2 games in a row, lots of Welders. Don't need it. It's not, I mean, I don't hate to see the Welders, but it's like not necessary. You know, we don't need this many Welders. Go ahead and grab, oh, that could get us the Elm though. Stellar Wish. There is that Flint I was talking about. And now we would much prefer to use an Elm for the turn for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and Flint to get rid of a Fire and the Escape Board. I don't think we need those. Oh no, I shouldn't have gotten rid of the Fire. I am now short 1 energy. I have messed up. I am now short in energy. Now we will need to Welder an energy on and draw into an energy. Yep, oops, all right, we drew into it, we're okay. But yeah, I almost messed it up there. Completely should have gotten rid of something else, but it's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy. Leave the hand with the Fireball Circus. Knock out this ADP. Yeah, for some reason I thought 5 would be fine. Not quite. You do need the 6 for the ADP. You need 6 for most tag teams, actually. And yeah, we do get the knockout. Our opponent's in a heap of trouble. I'm actually curious to see if they'll even be able to recover at this point. I have no idea what they're going to potentially do. They're going to have to come up with some kind of miracle here, I think. There's the Cherish Ball. If they are going to somehow come back here, they definitely need to play End's Resolve or the Rayquaza. That's their only way to make a comeback here. And there's actually the potential that we just win on our next turn anyways. So even if they do get that kind of whatever it's called set up on the ADP, we could just win on our turn anyways, and then it wouldn't even matter. So we will see if our opponent actually even plays it out to begin with. Yeah, they need to either have End Resolve or Rayquaza, and then they wouldn't even attack this turn, which means we can knock out the Dedenne, which I don't even think we'd knock out now that they have ADPs in play. We would just be like, you know, Blazer. I don't really want to go down to 1 prize and let us get reset stamped. Our plan is just to knock out a tag team at this point, I think. There's the Dede change, and like I said, yeah, they need End Resolve or to play Rayquaza Energy Switch, and I don't see any Energy Switch in the discard pile yet. So it's still possible they play that. Yeah, we'll see. See the switch, but you do need to play Heavy Switch Cow in this deck to make it operate. Anyways, do they have the what's it called? All right, there's a Cynthia. That is not an End Resolve, but they could get the End Resolve next turn, and they didn't Cherish Ball for a Rayquaza, so that makes me think they do not have a Rayquaza. Almost certainly do not have a Rayquaza. Yeah, and then the pass over to us. That's cool with me. Here, we're going to go start with an Elm, get 2 Pidgey. How many Fire are left? Just 1. So I'm not going to use the Flint yet. Get the Heat Factory. Do another bird. Get a Fire Crystal. Just need the, what's it called now? Great Catcher. Another one. Another Crystal. Another bird, and I'll take the Ultra Space so I can bump the Chaotic Swell, potentially being able to put the Heat Factory in play next turn, and then I think I will just Blazer. I don't really want to get reset stamped to 1. That's what I'm trying to avoid here, so I think I am just going to go with the Blazer here and see one of our prize cards. It's an Elm, so we know which prize card. If we do take less than 3 prize cards ever, we know which prize card we don't want to take. And now we actually knock out the Dedenne for 1 less energy, which is kind of cool. And next turn, we can actually pretty much see our whole deck. There's the End Resolve from our opponent. Okay, they got the energy. They can even go attach, retreat the Dedenne now. But they do have the switch. I'm actually curious how many energy are in there. Discard pile 5, so just have more than enough to set up a Keldeo here. There's the Ultimate Ray, but we have more than enough energy in our hand to knock this thing out with a Welder onto a Blacephalon, so it doesn't really matter. Our opponent had to like tag switch, get like 3 energy here, attach here, tag switch 2 over, tag switch 1 over, attach. Like it would have been a ridiculous amount of stuff our opponent needed to actually pull off so that they could actually win this game. Yeah, a little bit too slow from our opponent, so it is going to be a dub for us. Here we go. Fetch the Blacephalon, like I was saying. Welder to the Blacephalon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Beast Energy. Fire Crystal for 3. Fire Crystal for 3. And then we could see the rest of our deck if we wanted with the quad Pidgeotto plus Jirachi, but it's unnecessary. So we're just going to take this knockout on this ADP real quickly here and close this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Goodbye, ADP. 3 more prize cards and close out that one pretty cleanly. Just 2 knockouts on 2 tag teams before our opponent could get anything going. The Blowns remains victorious. And that's going to do it for this video, guys, on the updated PidgeyBlowns. It's not a whole lot changed, like I said, just a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.